The hashtag resistance is not actually futile.
President Trump plunged the country into chaos without a shred of warning. The Trump administration announced a halt to virtually all federal funds across the country. This is a dagger at the heart of the average American family in red states, in blue states, in cities, in suburbs, in rural areas.
I'm voting no on this. I knew you were going to vote no also, but it's probably for different reasons. I mean, what are you thinking right now?
It's a structural flaw. If your movement is built on, we will not let Donald Trump ever enter D.C. again, which is what Nancy Pelosi said in just months before the election.
And Nancy Pelosi's at his inauguration, yeah.
And also, you called him literally Hitler, rapist, fascist, dictator, autocrat. Your movement has failed. He has been, this is his second term as president, and not only has it failed, but you guys are accusing him of fascism and a constitutional crisis over getting the government to do less, right? Like, there are some legitimate fears that I think lots of us more traditional libertarian, from an economic perspective, conservatives have been concerned about Trump not caring so much about the deficit in the past. And then he brings in Elon to say, take a sledgehammer to it. Sure, I would like him to focus on entitlement reform. The idea that we want more elected bureaucrats being able to operate with impunity, like, that is the opposite of a dictator or the opposite of a fascist, in my opinion. And so as a movement, it has failed, and it is so evident in just Democrats couldn't even block RFK Jr.
Yeah.
Like, how futile is your movement when you
I knew you were going to bring this up.
You gave him his entire cabinet. If you don't count the Matt Gaetz being withdrawn, it's like the first cabinet to make it through all the way successfully since HW, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it's a poor use of their time and efforts, but like ultimately what I'm concerned about is it just shows no evolution within the party about how they're approaching this problem. You know, we've run into Donald Trump 4 years during the first term, 4 years on the outskirts during Joe Biden. He's going to get another 4 years now. And it's like the Democratic playbook hasn't changed in over a decade, right? When you look at
Russia, rapist, fascist.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, you can only call someone Hitler so many times before the insult starts wearing off. And you'd be better off saving your bullets, so to speak, for things that Donald Trump is actually doing, which could pose huge problems, like firing, U.S. attorneys without notice, even if he is technically constitutionally allowed to do that. Or, in the case of Mayor Eric Adams, directing the DOJ, specifically from the White House, when or when not to intervene in pending court cases. Like, I mean, this is a failure in thinking. It's a failure in organization. It's a failure in, the party with being able to elevate people who have shown progress and like a true commitment to the ideas, as opposed to, again, someone like Al Green or Maxine Waters or even Nancy Pelosi at this point, who all they are in power to do is say Donald Trump bad, but we're not really going to do anything about it, right?
And when they have actually gone through extensive measures to try and block things, it's done so, it's cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Yeah.
For example, these federal worker buyouts. About 65,000 federal workers took up Donald Trump's offer to say they will resign, and in exchange, they'll get like 8 months of
September, yeah.
Full severance. Like, the best deal anyone could ever want in terms of leaving a job. Then Democrats decide to fight Donald Trump. They're going to block the payout in court. I was talking last Monday with someone that had quit their job and was like, "Oh, what if I just both lose my job and I don't get the 8-month payout that I thought I was going to get?" But they'll do it because it's owning Trump.